Hi, Darren Mangum here, securities lawyer with the law firm of Mangum and Associates. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Um, most of our clients are real estate related, and so we get a lot of questions about real estate funds. Wanted to highlight the importance of having a redemption provision. If you're a real estate fund, and you really need to take a hard look at your redemption clauses or redemption provisions in your operating agreement or your limited partnership agreement. And what are those? Basically, a redemption provision is the ability for an investor to withdraw their capital, right? It's important that you restrict the ability for investors to withdraw their capital. Otherwise, you could be deemed as not a private investment company and blow your exemption, right? At the same time, you want the ability for investors at some point to be able to withdraw funds or to get out of the fund. Wanted to highlight it's a recent article in the Wall Street Journal about Starwood Real Estate Income Trust, which is a real estate, a large real estate fund. And these articles, whether you're a public or private real estate fund, these same principles apply. But yeah, Starwood is a large commercial real estate fund, and they, over $10 billion in assets under management. Very, very large fund at the current time, because they're so heavily invested in commercial, and of course since the pandemic, and people have not been returning to offices. Demand for office space in a lot of cities have gone down. They're really hurting right now. A big cash crunch, and so they've been getting. It says here in this news article, Wall Street Journal, that. A $10 billion fund. They've got, in the first quarter, they've been hit with $1.3 billion in redemption requests, withdrawal requests, but they've only satisfied 500 million of them, right? It's important to take a really good look at your redemption clause in your offering documents to make sure that you have very clear guidelines on when can a redemption be allowed. And in most cases, you want to prevent a run on the bank, so to speak, as far as because look, everything, just because you're doing real estate doesn't mean you're always going to have easy goings or easy times, right? The real estate market's just like any market, going to go up and down. Investors are, the market, for the most part, real estate is still relatively hot, but obviously commercial real estate in some segments, especially in some specific markets, is suffering, right? And so if your real estate fund was in the position where you had like large office towers, investments in large office towers, and say, San Francisco or in any kind of large urban market, a lot of times, they're suffering, right? So you want to, again, prevent your investors from basically draining all the money out of your accounts, because you still need operating capital. You don't want to have to start selling properties in order to liquidate at an inopportune time. In most cases, you want to batten down the hatches and be able to weather the storm and say, hey, look, investors, I know you want to pull your money out, but we're going to need to preserve these assets, preserve our cash, and move on. So in most of the funds that we set up, we provide, we make sure that there's redemption provisions in there that allow a fair degree or a high degree of general partner discretion or discretion on the part of management to say, based on market conditions. I mean, obviously, if you're a liquid and you have the ability to let the investors out, by all means, let them out, But in some cases, it may be strategically at your disadvantage to liquidate properties when the market is down, or bleed all your cash out when you might need that cash to continue to service debt, or you may need, in a lot of circumstances, the more cash you can hold on to, the better, right? So that you can, maybe you have litigation, maybe there's other opportunities out there that you could move into. But anyway, so yeah, so certainly take a hard look at your redemption provisions, making sure that you have that discretion as the general partner, and making sure that you have just a very clear policy there. But anyway, if we can help you with any of that, whether you're setting up a brand new real estate investment fund or whether you have an existing fund, that's our specialty. I've been practicing over 24 years now in securities law, and done tons and tons of real estate funds. And so this is something we can certainly help you with. Please let us know, and feel free to reach out to us, or feel free to share this with somebody if you know that they have a real estate fund and they could benefit from some of our content. Love to chat with them and see if we can help them. So anyway, thanks for watching my YouTube channel, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.